Hello, everybody. I welcome you all to the session today. In today's session, I shall explain to you some of the key differences between digital marketing and traditional marketing. Till about 2 decades back, all marketeers and business organizations used to purely deploy all modes of old or traditional forms of marketing. The fact was that till about 2 decades back, digital marketing was still in the process of evolution. Once digital marketing started evolving, then marketeers and business firms started integrating digital marketing techniques as part of their overall marketing mix programs. Digital today plays a very strong and supportive role to strengthen all forms of marketing exercise. Therefore, it is important for me to say that although there are some very strong and key differences between digital and traditional marketing, but they both tend to support and complement each other. If an organization only uses traditional marketing, then there is a good likelihood that they might miss out on a very large segment of consumers who are consuming information and buying products on the digital platforms. And conversely, if an organization only uses digital means of connecting with its consumers, then they might miss out on that section of consumer segment who is still not digitally savvy, and hence they feel more comfortable taking on and consuming information through traditional means. The larger point is that digital and traditional both need to work hand in glove to create that 360-degree marketing experience. Having said this, let me try and explain to you today some of the key differences between digital and traditional marketing. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand clearly the key points of differentiation between digital and the traditional modes of marketing. Let me first set the context to explain traditional marketing to all of you. Traditional marketing, as the term conveys, is a traditional way of communicating and reaching out to consumers. When organizations use the traditional modes of marketing, then they basically market their goods and services using those platforms which purely provide a one-way communication tool. Let me give you an example here. When an organization advertises its product on radio, newspaper, or let's say on television, then what the company is doing is that it is relaying the product and service message from their end to the consumer. The entire flow of communication is one way. Any form of traditional marketing always meant that the consumers could receive information from the company, but they could not relay back their questions or queries or any other information that they wanted to seek from such companies. The key difference is digital marketing initiates and promotes a two-way flow of communication, but traditional marketing has always relied on a one-way or a single-way communication. Traditional marketing tends to dovetail and integrate different forms of advertising, which are easily understood, but at times it can also be expensive. When companies use the traditional modes of marketing, then they basically use various channels and formats which are primarily offline in nature, and organizations therefore use media channels such as television, newspapers, magazines, posters, banners, radio, hoardings. And hoardings are also known as billboards. Organizations using traditional marketing always tend to do what is called in marketing the phenomena of carpet bombing. When I use this term, it means that traditional marketing always delivered reach, which means organizations, if they had the objective of aiming to reach out to a large number of consumers, they always resorted to using the traditional modes of marketing. Traditional marketing is also at times known as mass marketing. Let's now understand what is the difference and the demarcation between traditional and digital marketing. The first key difference is on account of the medium which is being used. In digital marketing, the medium is digital in nature, and in traditional marketing, as we've understood, the medium is television, newspaper, magazines, radio, and even hoardings. The essential difference emanates from the kind of medium which is being used to deliver a message to the intended target group. All forms of traditional marketing use formats such as magazines, newspapers, whereas the digital marketing uses digital media such as various kinds of social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc. Or they also tend to communicate their products and services using the websites. As I was mentioning earlier, traditional and digital marketing always have a complementary role to play. In fact, one cannot survive without the other. When organizations plan large format campaigns and marketing programs, the real challenge lies in finding a good balance and a judicious mix between the traditional and the digital modes of marketing. In fact, it is said that in the year 2020, if digital marketing is the yin, then traditional marketing is the yang. And we do understand that for balance to remain in the ecosystem, both yin and yang, they have to support and complement each other. Both traditional and digital marketing play a very important role in complementing each other. And when they are used intelligently, they tend to deliver a much bigger, wider, and a high impact media multiplier messaging. Let's try and understand the differences between the two. The first difference is primarily on account of the medium. Traditional marketing refers to the marketing process wherein organizations use the traditional channels or traditional forms of media for the purpose of building a marketing communication platform. When organizations use digital marketing to sell different kinds of products and services, then they do this by using digital channels such as the internet, the website, and also the interplay of smart digital devices such as smartphones, laptops, the display ads, and any other form of digital medium. The second key difference is basis consumer empowerment. Let's try and understand this. When consumers are watching television, then they obviously cannot skip watching those ads. As much as when I'm reading, let's say, a newspaper or a magazine, then any ad which features in newspapers and magazines, I'm bound to consume them, which means there is no escaping or skipping these ads. In fact, digital marketing works just the reverse. It provides a lot of power into the hands of the consumer, basis which the consumers can choose to skip advertisements and communication which is of no use or interest to them. Today, marketing means that organizations have to engage consumers, and this they can only do based on building a certain level of relationship and a point of engagement. Digital marketing tends to generate much faster and more useful forms of customer conversations, leading to higher customer conversions. If both traditional and digital marketing were to be tested, then it is seen that the rate of customer conversion from a prospect to a lead and eventually to a sale is much faster in digital as compared to traditional marketing. The main reason why digital marketing drives better customer conversions is because digital relies a lot on consumer insight and it uses various forms of data driven marketing techniques. Once the consumer data gets generated, then the organizations can not only segment the consumers well, but they can also customize and tailor make messages and advertising which meets the needs, aspirations, and requirements of different consumers. Unfortunately, in the traditional modes of marketing, such segmentation becomes a little difficult to achieve. The next level of differentiation is based on customer engagement. The level of interaction between a customer and a company can go up dramatically when organizations start using various kinds of online channels. In the offline channel, the degree of customer engagement is always on the lower side. Therefore, the rate of customer engagement is always higher in digital marketing as compared to traditional marketing. This is purely because the customers can directly see the product, they can check all the details, they can also make themselves conversant with various kinds of deals, discounts, and offers purely by clicking on a digital marketing ad. In such a situation, the consumers need not even visit a physical showroom or the company premises to get the details of the product. Traditional marketing uses fairly standardized methods of reaching out to customers. And hence, traditional marketing is all about mass marketing and it suffers from a low degree of customization. On the other hand, digital marketing uses the power of personalization and customization to create products and services and to deliver them in such a way that the right set of consumers can receive the right set of messaging. By using consumer analytics, by drawing insights from the online customer data, organizations can create highly targeted and customized digital marketing programs. The next difference between the two is that digital marketing can initiate a dialogue, whereas traditional marketing is always a one-way communication process. In traditional marketing, organizations create a message and the message gets delivered to the consumer. Whereas in digital marketing, the entire process of communication is between the customer and the company and also between the company and the customer. And this is usually done by using a two-way mode of communication where along with the ads which are placed by the company to share information, customers can also click, provide their feedback about the products in the form of reviews, etc. To conclude, digital marketing is definitely a far more evolved mode of marketing because it uses data, and using data, organizations can target their consumers better. It is therefore also seen to be more cost effective and persuasive compared to the traditional modes of advertising. However, it is important to note that digital and traditional, they always need to work together in tandem and they do tend to complement each other. When both modes of marketing work together, then organizations achieve a very strong media multiplier effect. To sum up, in this session, we've learned about the major differences between traditional and digital marketing. Thank you so much.